My name is Akash. I'm coming from Tanjavur district in Tamil Nadu. I have done my engineering in the stream of electrical and electronics engineering at SNS College of Technology.
My name is Vishwas. I completed my electronics and communication engineering at PS College of Engineering, Mandya. I am basically from KRS, which is from Mandya district.
Hi, I'm Anju. I'm from Bangalore. I've completed my engineering in electronics and communication from Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering.
When did you first get interested in embedded systems?
I got interest for embedded system through my fifth sem, where I had a subject called embedded system and IoT. After that, getting to know Emertxe was through my relative. His friend was studying here. Through him, I contacted him, asked about the Emertxe Institute, and joined.
How was the teaching in your college different from the learning at Emertxe?
Academic studies is completely different from this Emertxe course. There we are just studying the topic and doing the practical labs. But here it's completely different. We have to skill from scratch in each and every module. And also after completing each and every module, we have test and mock interviews and all. And we done some real-time project based on those technologies. So those projects and mock interviews which completely helps us to ready for the interview level.
How important do you think projects and assignments are for an embedded systems career?
Theory is different, but like when you get hands-on experience, we will actually get to know what the concept is, what understanding we don't have in theory. Complete understanding we will get in when we do practical. So mainly through projects which I have done, which concepts I didn't know or I knew only to the base level, I got to learn in deep.
How many projects did you do at Emertxe and how did they help during placements?
See, I have done 10 projects which includes C, C++, data structures, microcontroller and Linux internals. So whenever I'm attending at the interviews, very first question that the interviewer will ask is explain about project. So those project explanation which gives the good impression about the candidate to the interviewer.
Like I have completed more than 8 projects through Emertxe. Most of the interview questions, like complex interview questions which were asked based on a project only. And the main thing is if we explain the project we have done completely and correctly, then it will give them good expression about us and it will help us cracking the interview.
So the projects I did actually help me crack the interview for which I've got placed, that is Infobellit. So the first question they asked me was only how did you get to know about the concepts of Linux, which I got to know through my project Minishell. I've did 8 projects.
How did working on projects improve your understanding of embedded systems?
When it comes to embedded systems, so which is the technology which includes the necessary programming languages like C and C++ and the microcontroller and one of the operating systems. So we done the project based on all those modules. So the C and C++ project which helps us to understand how the programming is working and how we are doing the coding for controllers and all. And microcontroller project car black box which helps us to understand how the controllers works on different peripheral, how we are interfacing the peripherals, how we are working on that microcontroller. And Linux operating systems, the project is Minishell. So the Minishell majorly helps us to getting know about how the operating systems are interacting with the hardware and how we are giving our inputs to the shell and how interact with the kernel and how it giving the outputs. So all these combination of these modules and project which completely makes and completely upskill myself as an embedded software developer.
How many interviews did you attend? And can you walk us through the one where you got selected?
So we had 3 rounds totally, 2 technical and 1 HR round. So in the first round, it was all basics. They asked about data structures, C programming and about Linux. For me, they focused more on Linux concepts like core concepts like system calls or like the shell commands on that. Then in the second round also, it was mixture of C and data structures. They asked me to program on a stack question and they asked me about Linux questions again. Finally, in the HR interview, they just asked me about the project I have done and about my background.
Through Emertxe, I have attended 2 interviews, in which one of it was Infobellit. I also attended 3 rounds. At the starting round, they asked about C programming and Linux and data structure questions. At the second round, I was asked to write a data structure program, like create some nodes, delete a particular node, display the node, after that modify a particular node and display the node. At the third round of interview, he asked me about introduction and project and why should we hire you. And
as of now, I was attended 5 to 6 interviews through Emertxe. Now this is my 6th company, and in this company Infobellit, I was attended 3 rounds of interviews. So the first round was completely based on C and Linux internals. So they majorly focused on all the concept in C and all the concept in Linux internals, and also they asked some coding problems which is medium to hard level. After the first round of interview, second round was completely based on data structures and Linux internal. Data structure in the sense queues using arrays, linked list, and some substring problems from C, and IPC related program in Linux internals they asked. And after completing the 2 rounds of interviews, finally CEO round was there. It was completely based on my personality test.
How was your overall journey been at Emertxe?
Joining Emertxe was the first time I came to Bangalore. It was very great respect to my life and my technical knowledge which I have gained through here.
Yeah, coming to Emertxe was one of the best decisions I made. It enhanced my skills which I already had, and there were subjects like Linux, data structures, or C, being an electronics background student, which are not completely known to us. So it made me enhance my skills, and mentors who have helped us thoroughly with the journey. And I would also like to thank placements team for always guiding and helping us get placed.
Throughout my Emertxe journey, apart from technical, I have learned a lot of things. How do we study? So college study is different from this here institute. So how we need to study the particular concept, how we need to think logically, because in interview we know the concept, but the interviewer will put some real-time questions. So that time we need to think logically in front of the interviewer, and we need to give the clarity answer.
What message would you like to give to your juniors currently doing the course?
So like the mentors are taking the classes, they used to ask some questions like interview questions. They are very helpful. And when you do the projects, I would suggest to do it promptly without taking the help of friends, because it will actually help you know the concepts. And please make sure like you ask questions whenever you have doubt. Don't get shy or embarrassed to ask doubts. So make full useful of the mentors and know that you learn the concepts.
My advice is to don't skip any modules. From Linux system to Linux internals, all the modules should be very important for clearing the interviews. And many of them skipping C++ and data structure because they felt it's too tough. But this C++ and data structures, which is really important for clearing the premium companies and all. And also none of the questions were asked outside of our module. So all these questions which came from our institute testers only.
Thank you, Emertxe.